Do you want to publish your book? You want to stop procrastinating? Well, then this is the video for you. Hi, I'm Ashley with Publish with Ashley, and I want to make it super simple and super fast, under 30 minutes, to be able to publish your first book onto Amazon. You've been waiting for something? Well, wait no longer. Let's just get something out into the world and learn how to do it. Stop procrastinating. Let's do it right now.
Here's how I'm going to make it super easy for you. I want you to go to publishwithashley.podia.com/first-notebook. The link will be in the show notes, and buy this. This is free, so buy it now. It's just free, so don't stress about how much it's going to cost. This is my way to help you stop procrastinating and get just what you need to get that first book published. There's no need to make this hard or complex. Let's just get one published. Learn, get something out there. Stop procrastinating. Stop overthinking. This is going to be the absolute simplest way to get a book up there, and we're not going to worry about selling this one, okay? We're not going to make it perfect. We're not going to make it amazing. We're just going to get it out there so that you understand how to do that, okay? That's what we're going for in here. Don't make this hard. Let's make it simple. Okay, you're going to get two files. The first file you're going to get is the interior. Done for you. Ready to upload. It's a PDF. You can just upload this to KDP. It's a 6x9 notebook journal lined paper, 103 pages. Okay, don't overthink this. This is what you need to upload for your interior. So your interior is done. Now all you got to do is a cover. All right, so the second thing you're going to get is this Canva template. It's going to have a link so that you can, I already have a template created for you that's 6x9 with the grid lines turned on and some kind of information on things you could literally copy and paste into your listing for KDP. So the first thing you're going to do is go over here to the Canva template, and you're going to hit Use Template, okay? And it's going to upload this template. Now I have these lines on here, these grid lines. Your grid lines may or may not be showing. So if they are not showing, if there is no line here, what you need to do is go over to File, and you're going to hit Show Rulers and Guides and make sure it's checked. Mine is checked, so it's showing. You can also hit Shift R. Okay, that will, I guess, apparently make the grid lines show up. Okay, so now we have the grid lines and the spine. This is the front and this is the back, right? If you were to fold this over, this would be the front of your book, and this folds over to be the back. These grid lines right here that I have put on there is where it gets cropped off. So when they create the book, they crop around the edges. There's actually should be one up here and here, but we never put anything that close to the top, so that's not really going to make a difference. If you want, you can add a grid line. When your grid lines are showing, you can just put a grid line in, and it's 0.25. I'm going to make it about a box here just to show you, and I'll just do another one. This is just kind of to demo, but you don't have to add these in. This is just, I actually usually don't, but it's to show you that they are going to crop off all this, but really what we have to worry about usually is centering between this and this, so that's why I have to have that one. Otherwise, when you look on KDP, it doesn't look centered, but basically the edges are all going to be cropped off, so don't put anything that you care about right near the edges because it'll be cropped off. Okay, this is what I want to tell you how to do. Pick a background. I have a blue here and this just to kind of make it very obvious, but you could just pick any color you like. I'm going to kind of, let's do a darker blue. I'm going to go over here to the palette and maybe pick a little lighter blue. Don't overthink this, right? I'm overthinking it. I'm going to go back with that bright blue. Why not? Don't make this hard. Pick your favorite color. Okay, now what I want you to do, I want you to try some fun stuff, but we're going to make this super easy. So we're going to actually go over here to Elements real quick, and we are going to hit Splatter, or Paint Splatter, Paint Splatter. And why I want to do this is because I want you to show you that you can make something fun, exciting, and just don't overthink this. Pick some of these free elements and just add things, okay? So I'm going to pick that one and throw it on there. And I'm going to hit, let's see, what other ones are free that would look good? That, let's see, those are free. Do I want to do those? I don't like those. They're don't overthink this. Just start throwing some stuff on there. We'll do some more pink ones. I'm going to kind of do it splotchy pink and green. Okay. Let's see. There. Does not have to be perfect. We'll do another green one. There. And then we go back up to the pink and add one. Kind of looks camo, doesn't it? But it doesn't really matter. Here, let's try this. Like that's black. And we're going to actually edit that and we're going to add white. Don't overthink this. Just make it really fun. This is my example just to show. You could just pick something else. You can pick a pattern. You can go here to background and pick something. But I just wanted to show you something fun. And don't think this too hard, okay? We're going to add another pink one. And then I'm going to actually take that one out. But I don't want to spend too long on this because I don't want you to think that you have to spend a million years. I'm just going to, and then I'm going to copy this. Control C, Control V. Okay, Control C, Control V, Control V. I'm going to add a few of these. And I'm just going to turn them around here. So what I'm trying to do is show you that you don't have to make this beautiful or perfect or anything. But we're going to do some fun stuff to make it kind of fun. Control C, Control V. I'm going to add another one. I'm going to make that like that. Okay, it's just fun. It's pretty. It's, you know, just colorful. Maybe I don't like this background. So let me go back to my background. Let's see. Maybe purple. Ooh, no way. Let's go back to the solid colors. Oh, purple. That's kind of fun. Okay, so this is bright and crazy looking, right? Now, I don't really like this spine, that color. So what I'm going to have to probably do is I'm going to have to move something so I can get to my spine here. There we go. I'm going to position this and put it all the way in the front. And you don't actually have to put a spine, but you want to keep it there initially so that you know where your center is. See, you can see that it's centered. See that line? And let me move this back. Okay. All right, so that looks really fun. Great. Okay, now I want you, remember, don't overthink this. Go to Elements, and I want you to pick your favorite thing. I love cats. Oops, I got to retype that. I'm going to do cats. Okay, so I'm looking for a free cat thing. Ooh, I love the paw. So I'm going to drop the paw down here. And pick a few elements that you like. I'm just put it in my corner here. Right, I don't want it to be cut off, so I'm staying away from those edges. And I'm going to change the color. I'm going to make it white. There we go. I love that. So much fun. Now I'm going to go back to my elements, and I'm going to find another cat thing. Okay, and I've kind of scoped out something that I liked down here a ways. If I can find it. But you just, I'm kind of got a quirky sense of humor. So we'll see if I can find the thing I'm looking for. Here it is. Okay. I have seriously, like I said, don't overthink this. Just come up with something fun. And I'm going to click on him and add him. Okay, so I got my little cat. I'm going to move the little cat here. Okay, and now, what does that say to me? Like I said, I have a seriously quirky sense of humor, so I'm going to add a title here, or add a heading. I'm going to go up here, and this says to me, you could just have you could write notebook in the little paw or something if you don't want to be original, but like I said, I have a quirky sense of humor. So actually, I'm going to make it all caps. Guess what? Right? And, you know, cat butt. Okay. Like I said, I have a very strange sense of humor. Okay, so what I want to do is first off, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to center this title between just past my spine edge here, just a teeny bit, and this edge right here. And this will make it centered on the page, okay? So I have this on center right here, and this is going to be that. So now what I want to do is I'm going to change my font and make it a little bigger. So I liked this blueberry font. I was looking at it earlier. Isn't that fun? And I'm just going to make this bigger. Okay, and you're just going to arrange this on the page so that it looks good. Okay, now I want to center this cat on this font right here because we know this font is going to be the center, and now this is centered on the fonts. And since this is offside, as long as it looks good with what you're looking at, it's fine. Like I said, don't overthink this. This is fun. Okay, so I have guess what? And that's my notebook. Now, I might want to fiddle with this, but yet again, don't spend forever playing with this. Just do something fun. So let's see what color looks good with all of this. I kind of like it black like that, but let's do the effect. Let's change the effect a bit. So I'm going to highlight all that. I'm going to hit effects. I'm going to add a shadow, and I'm going to do like a pink to my shadow. The pink doesn't show up. So we'll go back to doing it black so that it gives it kind of a gray shadow. Okay? Isn't that fun? Now, our spine, I could delete it at this point in time, or I could make it a color. I think I'm going to actually do it black just because. Does that look good? I kind of like that. That looks really good. Okay, or you could do it purple or pink, or like I said, you could just delete it if you want. But you need the spine there so you can get all the centering correct. Okay, I have this all done. There's my cover. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to hit share. And I'm going to download this, and I'm going to download this as a PDF print, okay? Because you want the quality for print quality because it's going to be printed. So you're going to hit print quality, and that's what the print for printing, that's the right color. And I'm going to hit download. And it might take a second to download, but once it downloads, you're just going to go to your KDP account and you're going to go to your bookshelf. Okay, so I will see you in just a sec because I'm going to move over to my KDP account. Okay, here I am in my KDP bookshelf. Right here is the tab if you're looking for it, and I have my books blurred out, but you're just going to hit this big yellow button that says create. Okay, and we're going to hit paperback. Now I want this to be super simple. I do not want you to overthink this. Okay, my title, right? It has to be exactly what was on the book. Guess what? Guess what? Okay, and you might think, oh, it doesn't say notebook. Don't worry about keywords. Don't worry about any of that for this first book. Let's not overcomplicate this. Let's make this simple. I really want to stress that because once you get one done, you're going to feel confident and able to do more. Now I want to go over to this. Remember, we downloaded this, and you could just literally use this, or you don't even have to put anything in your subtitle at all, okay? Because we're not trying to make this to sell this for this one, right? We are just trying to make this so that you have something on KDP. You've done your first book and you're moving on. Now, author name. Don't be too, picky about this. You could put your name, you could put your whatever, just pick something. You could take your name and move it around. I would pick a name-like thing, so you could take your first name, your middle name, and your last name, or you could do your middle name as your first name, or your last name as your middle name. It doesn't really matter, right? Ashley, and if I want, I can put Ashley L. and Schmidt, okay? Okay, so just don't overthink this. Put something there that is a name. You do want to look and Google your name, or Google the name you're planning to use for this pen name, and also put that name into Amazon so that you can make sure there's not another author with that name. And if there is, just do something different. Make a middle initial, add a different spelling. It doesn't matter. I could spell Ashley like a different way to spell Ashley, right? I've seen, if I see someone with that, I could put Ashley and, D. Schmidt, okay? That would be a different name. So you just need to make sure it's not like a famous person or somebody's kind of already on Amazon. Just make it something a little bit different. You don't have to even be that, that it doesn't have to be that hard. Now we're going to go back here. Like I said, don't overthink this. And we're going to copy this. Okay, and you're just going to go here, paste. There we go. Okay, now it looks kind of funny, so we're just going to have to format it real quick. Okay, and what you can do for these, Oops. And go like that. And then you're just going to want to probably delete the little extra dots. Okay, don't make this that hard. Okay, now scroll down. I own the necessary rights. And here's those 7 keyword boxes that everyone is stressing about. For this first book, just leave them blank. They're optional. You don't have to do them. Don't stress about them. This is your first book. Don't make this hard. Don't put anything in here for this very first book. Let's just get something published. I know everyone's going to tell you, oh, but they can't find your book. It doesn't matter. It's your first book. We're just trying to get it out there. We don't care if we sell it. We just want to learn the process. Let's get the process done, and then you can learn more about keywords. Let's just get that done. You do have to choose some categories. Actually, you have to click this, so I want to make sure this is kind of a new thing. Maybe if you've seen other tutorials, they may be out of date. This is something new that's just happened. You do have to hit low content book because this is a journal, right? Journal notebook planners. You can look and see if you want a definition of what low content is, but it's pretty much the same pages, and it's designed to have the user, the buyer, purchaser to put stuff in. You can choose some categories. Don't make this too hard. I'm just going to put, you can choose up to, 2. Since I had cats, I'm literally just going to pick cats, general, save. That's all. You can pick up to 2, but I just picked 1. Don't make it hard. Don't overthink this. Just pick something. Pick something that makes sense, right? Don't pick, you could put, there's one that's non-classifiable. You can do that. So if you go all down here, if you're stressed about this, just click that. Right there. That's all you had to do. Don't stress about the little stuff. Oh, I didn't answer this. I thought I did. Adult language inappropriate for children of 18. So they're talking, inappropriate things for those under the age of 18. They're not talking about this book could be used by an adult. My cat book is not, yes, an adult could use it. Yes, a child could use it, right? So there's no adult content. Okay, so I'm going to hit save and continue. But see, if you forget something and you hit save and it says, oh, you didn't do something, don't stress. Just go back and do it just like I did. No worries. Okay, I'm publishing this without an ISBN because it is a notebook or planner or journal. You do not need to worry about this. The ISBN is something that so it can be sold at libraries and things like that. You're going to be selling this on Amazon's ecosystem, right? You're selling this off of Amazon. And with your first book, yet again, we're not so worried about selling it. We just want to get it out there so we can have something on Amazon that we have done and that we can say, I've made my first book. Wow, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I can make more. And then each time you make a book, you learn better about cover design or you learn about keywords. But let's just learn the basics first. Okay, now we're going to go to black and white interior with white paper. You can pick some of these others. Color is going to be expensive. With a journal, there's no reason to click color. Now, black and white is the interior, okay? This isn't talking about the cover. The cover will be in full color. So this is just, when they're asking about this, the interior, black and white interior, okay? Now we're going to go 6x9. We're going to pick no bleed. And the reason we're going to pick no bleed is because that is what the interior pages I gave you are set up for. You can read what bleed setting is. Bleed is talking about the interior. This question right here, interior. This interior. Okay, so these are interior type questions. And we're doing no bleed because 2 reasons. 1, that's what the paper I gave you is set up for no bleed. And 2, when you hit bleed, Amazon has extra checkers, and sometimes those checkers go a little bit wonky and will reject your book for actually no reason at all. It's because of how the bots work, and when they're checking it to make sure it's print ready, they have a few glitches. So if you click no bleed, you just totally avoid those glitches, and honestly, for a journal page, it's not going to make a difference. Okay, now we're going to hit matte or glossy, and this is just your choice. Glossy I like for kids, matte I like for adults. It has a nice feel to it, but if it's black, so if you have something a really dark color, I would pick glossy because the matte with darker colors like navy blue, black, dark gray shows fingerprints. So I would pick matte for most things, glossy, definitely for kids. They have lots of little fingerprints, right? Kids like the shiny too. But I like the feel of matte generally for a notebook. And this has a lighter color. Okay, so basic stuff, right? 6x9, no bleed, matte. Okay, now we're going to go upload paperback. So I have the interior paper, right? 6x9 notebook paper, 103 pages. Click. Open. Okay, it's going to think about it for a little bit. So, you know, however long it takes to think, it'll upload. All right, see, it's uploading. It's kind of thinking about it, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually not going to hit Launch Cover Creator. I'm going to hit the upload, which you already have, right? And we're going to go in, and I moved that file. I had renamed it to Guess What Cat Cover. Name things however it makes sense to you, whatever naming, you know, system makes sense. So I'm going to hit Guess What. I'm going to hit Open. And this might take a little bit. It just depends how busy the server is. It depends on your internet connection. But basically, we're going to wait until you see a picture of your cover. Okay, so it's saving and it's thinking now. It's going to say it's processing. But we're going to wait, and I'll come back and show you what that looks like once it's done thinking. See, it says processing your file. All right, see, I've waited. It didn't even ask me if I wanted to make a sandwich or get a cup of coffee. Sometimes it does when it's really slow. But look, I love that. It's so cute. Something to note here too, when you're making your cover, remember this was the front side, it's going to put like a little barcode on the back. So anything you care about, don't put right here. This is fine, obviously, because it doesn't make a difference that you've blocked off some of this pink fluff. Now we're just going to hit Launch Previewer. And it's going to open up your file into this previewer. Okay, now I like to actually, since these are pretty simple books and all the pages are the same, I like to look at it, you look at the cover, make sure it looks good and centered and things like that. But I just kind of look down, make sure, yep, looks good. Let's go back to this. Does this look centered to my eyes? Yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, so I'm going to, so this was the spine. You can see here, and you're going to have a little overlap of black, which is just fine. And we're going to hit approve, and it'll think for a bit, but it's going to bring you back to your bookshelf. And the next step is just to go to save and continue. It's going to cost us $2.15 for printing costs, but how much profit you make, you're going to see that when you set your price right here. Okay, all territories, if you don't do anything else, it's going to publish worldwide. You can click individual territories if you would like, and it gives you options. You can click, you know, just individual, but standard wise, you could just put that. My primary marketplace is Amazon.com. If yours is something else, click the drop down, click what yours is, and now you're just going to put in a price. I do my notebooks for $6.99. But if you actually want it, let's say you want to purchase your own notebook for yourself, let's see, let's do it at, I think it has to be over, so you could do your notebook at like $4.80, it's probably like $4.40 or something to get you to no royalty. But let's say you just want to buy this book for yourself, price it as low as possible so you can purchase it. You can purchase author copies, but they take like 2-3 weeks to get to you. So you might as well just price it low and buy it off of Amazon. You aren't going to be able to check expanded distribution because you have a low content book, and that's not what expanded distribution is for. So just don't bother checking any of that. You could change any of these if you wanted to. If your primary marketplace was the UK and you wanted to buy it for cheap, you know, that's actually not too bad of a price. But you can change these if you like. If you don't worry about it. And we're going to hit publish. Okay, I'm not going to actually publish this because it was an example for you, but you would just click this button and it would say publishing. Okay, and then you, if you wanted to, you want to go back to later, hit save as draft. But you know what? Don't do that. Just hit publish and get something out there so that you have something published right away. Okay, I hope this was really helpful for you and that I had this in less than 25 minutes and I even showed you how to do it. So I hope you can do something like this and get your first book published on Amazon. Don't procrastinate. Just do this and get it done today. All right, I'll see you in my next video. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd love to have you know when I have new videos out. Thanks.